The sun dipped low over the fields of Willow Creek, painting the sky in shades of amber and gold. It was March 31st, 2025, and I stood on the creaky porch of my farmhouse, cradling a mug of black coffee. The air carried the earthy scent of my pig pen, while my heritage sows rooted contentedly in the mud. Those pigs, Daisy, Clover, and the rest were more than livestock to me. I'd raised them from wobbly piglets, nursed them through fevers, and hauled feed in the freezing dawn. They were my pride, my livelihood, my slice of peace in a chaotic world. But that morning, as I savored the quiet, a storm named Lisa Montgomery was about to blow it all apart. Lisa lived across the gravel road in a pristine colonial house white siding, trimmed hedges, a mailbox so shiny it could double as a mirror. She'd moved in 2 years ago with her twin boys, Ethan and Owen, a pair of 8-year-old whirlwinds who treated boundaries like suggestions. I tolerated her nonsense before her kids, borrowing my chickens for an egg hunt, or stomping through my garden during a nature adventure. I let it slide, figuring she just didn't get rural life. But as I sipped my coffee, a commotion from the pen froze me mid-breath. There they were, Ethan and Owen, clinging to Daisy and Clover's backs like rodeo clowns, whooping and kicking their heels into the pigs' sides. They waved sticks like lassos, turning my pen into their personal Wild West show. The pigs squealed in terror, their eyes wide as they slipped through the mud, crashing into the fence I'd just mended. Mud splattered everywhere, coating the boys, but they just laughed, yanking the pigs' ears like handlebars. And there, leaning against the fence with a glass of iced tea, stood Lisa, smiling like she was watching a charming farm tour. My boots hit the ground before I could think, coffee sloshing over the rim. My jaw clenched tight enough to crack a walnut. This wasn't some cute play date gone wild. These were my animals, my life's work. I'd spent years building this farm, pouring every dime and drop of sweat into it. And now, Lisa's gremlins were treating it like a theme park. I stormed toward the pen, boots sinking into the muck, as the stench of churned pig filth hit me like a slap. Anger and disbelief swirled in my chest, hot and heavy. Lisa glanced up as I approached, not a flicker of guilt on her face. She waved cheerily. "Well, look who's here," she chirped, her voice syrupy sweet. The boys just wanted a farm experience. They're ha-VYing a blast. A blast, I muttered, watching Clover collapse into a puddle, exhausted, while Daisy rammed the fence in a panic. The boys cackled, VY us to the chaos. My stomach twisted fury mixed with heartbreak. I knew these pigs the way Daisy nudged my hand for treats, how Clover loved a sunny nap. They trusted me, and I'd failed them. "Lisa," I said, forcing calm through gritted teeth, "your kids are riding 1,000-pound heritage pigs. Not ponies. Pigs." She waved me off like I was a nagging parent. "Oh, Jack, relax. They're just animals. Kids will be kids. You should be grateful they're getting some country air." She winked, and I felt the ground shift beneath me. Grateful? For this? The fence was warped, the feeder toppled, and Clover limped as she dodged another grab. This wasn't mischief, it was a violation. I stepped into the pen, gently prying the boys off the pigs. They whined and kicked mud at me, but I ignored them, checking Daisy and Clover. No breaks, thank God, but Clover's limp meant a vet bill I couldn't afford. Lisa sighed like I'd ruined her day. "You're no fun, Jack," she huffed, gathering her boys and sauntering off. "It's all in good fun," she tossed over her shoulder, Leah VYing a trail of muddy footprints. I stood there, covered in muck, watching her go. This wasn't a one-off. She saw my farm as her personal playground, my time and animals free for the taking. Last summer, her kids had borrowed my goats for a party, and I'd let it go. Not this time. That night, I paced the farmhouse, replaying her smug grin, Daisy's frightened squeals. By morning, I'd decided, if Lisa wanted a farm experience, I'd give her one with a price tag. Over coffee, I grabbed a notebook and researched high-end farm tours online. City folks paid thousands for this stuff. Exclusive pig riding session, Dula 4,000. Private petting encounter, Dula 2,500. Mud immersion, Dula 2,000. I added damages emotional distress to livestock. Due law 600. Fence repairs. Due law 1,000. The total? $1,000. I scribbled a note. Due upon receipt. Thank you for supporting small farms. To sell it, I printed it on parchment paper, rolled it into a scroll, and tied it with twine. It looked official, almost ceremonial. That afternoon, I slipped it into her gleaming mailbox and waited. Next morning, I was fixing the fence when a shriek pierced the air, scattering my chickens. Lisa charged across the road, scroll in hand, her face a mix of rage and confusion. "What is this?" she demanded, while VYing like a weapon. I leaned on the post, casual as could be. "That's the invoice for yesterday's farm experience. Take your time with the charges." $10,000? She barked. "This is insane. Extortion." "Nope," I said evenly. "It's payment for SARE CES rendered. Your boy's got a private session, full access to livestock, plus damages." She glared, fumbling for words. "You won't see a cent. This is harassment. You wanted the experience, Lisa. Now you pay for it." Fear flashed in her eyes she wasn't used to push back. Then her lips curled into a tight smile. "You'll regret this," she hissed, storming off. I knew she meant it, but so did I. Word spread fast. Neighbors stopped by, curious about the invoice. I showed them a copy, and they roared with laughter. "About time someone stood up to her," Tom said, grinning. Lisa had bullied the neighborhood with her HOA rules for years. This was bigger than my pigs now. 2 nights later, a clatter woke me. I grabbed my flashlight and stepped outside, sweeping the beam across the yard. There was Lisa, dressed in black like a discount spy, fumbling with the pen's latch. She wasn't there to talk, she was letting the pigs loose. If they escaped, I'd face fines and blame. Before I could move, the gate swung open. Daisy snorted and charged, the others following in a chaotic stampede. Lisa shrieked, stumbling back. The mud took her down. She slid into the pen with a splash, pigs swarming her. Daisy sniffed her hair. Clover nudged her side. She flailed, screaming like they were wolves, not curious hogs. The gate shut behind her, trapping her in the corner. I watched, torn between shock and amusement, as she sat there, muddy and trembling. Finally, I unlatched the gate, and she bolted into the night without a word. By morning, Tom was at my door laughing. "She's called an HOA meeting about your attacked pigs." That afternoon, I walked into a packed community center. Lisa stood up front, faintly reeking of pig pen, spinning a tale of Sir VY Inga mauling. She accused me of setting traps. The room squirmed, some smirked, others doubted. When she finished, Mr. Grayson, the HOA president, asked if I had a response. I set my tablet down, played the security footage, and watched the room go silent. Lisa sneaking in, fumbling the latch, slipping, and screaming as pigs swarmed. Every detail unfolded. Laughter broke out, barely contained. Grayson sighed. "Lisa, you trespassed and endangered yourself and the animals. You're fined." She flushed red, glared at me, and stormed out. Tom clapped my shoulder as we left. "You outplayed her, Jack." But it didn't end there. Cars slow by my farm, cameras flashing. The footage leaked online. HOA Lisa versus. The pig stampede went viral. Local news picked it up, and my phone buzzed with booking requests for Lisa's farm experience. That joking voice, it became real. I fixed the farm, new fence, clean barn, a sign. Lisa's VIP farm experience, mud optional. Bookings filled the month. Neighbors rallied, pies, help, stories of Lisa's reign. She vanished, hiding behind curtains, reportedly trying to buy the footage. 2 latte shirts popped up, pig justice. Daisy and Clover became stars, posing with kids who fed them and played in the mud. The farm thrived, turning chaos into joy. Weeks later, an envelope slid under my door, a check for due lock 10,100, no note. Lisa's payment, silent and final. I framed the invoice, hung it in the farm shop. Visitors loved it, whispering the real Lisa. I nod toward Daisy, free and happy. The farm buzzed with life, laughter, respect, a new rhythm. Lisa stayed a ghost in her perfect house, defeated by pigs, mud, and me. Storms pass, I learned, but with grit and a few good sows, you can weather anything, even Elisa. Would you stand up and fight back, or accept the unreasonable pressure and control from the HOA? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with more people. Your small action gives us the motivation to keep bringing you more intense and engaging stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.